have a frustrating week and I have a couple of rants. I give my humble opinion on what it takes to be a real machine driver. We visit one of the sidemen and have a look at a potential YouTube setup. And if you're having content problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, this episode ain't one. Hit me!
Let me measure this.
Every single length, like it does add up in the end. Getting a bit floppy. Whatever happens, I'm gonna do it anyway. This is what it's about. I need to spread it
into his walls.
There it is.
There.
We're trying to finish off the box.
I just put the biggest one in.
That's your own business.
If it's this big,
How much should I keep taking on the chin? It could never be shook. My pants are hanging a bit lower.
perfect, sold.
You will need me again. Monday morning, I'm in the yard, and due to popular demand, as in my popular demand, not all of yours, there's a train here. Let's get it offloaded. I spent about 6 or 7 hours yesterday working on the project where I showed you the boreholes. So the client has approved and we're starting the main house, but there is a pool house. Now in discussions with the client said they wanted a bigger swimming pool. Now in order to do that, I had to change the orientation completely of the pool house. So here you can see the original proposed plans. And then here you can see my crayon drawing that looks like a 10-year-old did it. And now I've sent that to Sam the architect, but I need him to verify for me how much bigger this pool actually is gonna be. So the original pool was about 8 or 9 meters, and I think with the new layout, I can get the pool to about 12 meters. What doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're swimming lengths, 3 meters more every single length, like it does add up in the end. They say, oh yeah, it's bad, I understand. I genuinely understand what you're going through. You know, I'm a man who likes a procedure in it. Did you read your QPR program from front to back?
I read it, yeah. I read bits of it. I didn't read it front to back now, but I did bits of it.
The phone's going like mad. The A40's closed.
I had a dream at one point last night that I was looking out the office window and that was parked there.
Bro, see, that's what I mean. You dream about work, Terry. That's how I know that you love it here and you want to come back. You dream about work. You might be more comfortable here for your recovery if you come here. And you can sit on my sofa the entire day.
You said you can arrange transport, yeah?
I can arrange transport, bro. We can lay you in the back of a tipper and we could strap you down, or we could put you on the flatbed. We could strap your leg down and we could use the crane to put you up in my office.
Yeah, we could do, yeah.
Terry is now home. He kind of checked himself out of the hospital. Naughty, naughty. If you remember a long time ago, the edit team hated when I do that because now they got to go and find this cutaway. I went to a quarry where they were dredging. Now, I just spoke to that quarry and I was asking what's going on with the material, and they said
the water level has dropped by 5 meters.
So they can't dredge. And I said, all right, you're slightly exaggerating. This container must be what, 2.5 meters or something like that? You're saying the height of 2 containers. So if I come to the reservoir and I look over the site, the water level is 5 meters lower. And he said,
Daniel, the water is 5 meters lower.
We need the weather to change drastically. And we've asked Thames Water if they can re-divert some water from another lake or somewhere else. And Thames Water said, no, that's your own business. Work it out yourself. I guess that's why there's a hosepipe ban. But as we're a commercial company, we are still using water, but we haven't turned the sprinklers on today. But you know, water is an ongoing problem at Ashville. We're back working in the box at QPR, trying to get that finished. So the toilets are all done. All that's left now is to complete box number 1. Mate, that's the stress that that's the stress that you lot putting through, mate. This made his hip fall off. AS11 CON.
Yes.
Take it to Volvo today.
Yeah, tonight, yeah.
And I will arrange for those other guys to go and do their testing at Volvo.
Okay.
It's Tuesday and we're in the yard. We're under a bit of pressure. You saw in the past we collected 10-foot container on the roll-on, roll-off crane lorry. Well, what's happened is we've gone on site and there's an issue with the stop button or something. It's stuck in, and we got trapped on site, but we managed to get the legs back in, and now Mark has taken a lorry off site, and we need to go and have a look and see exactly what's wrong with it. We're meant to take a lorry to Volvo today to get ready for test, but we have a company coming to do an audit to have a look at the volumetric mixing gear from front to back, but they're meant to come tomorrow. But Volvo said we should just take the lorry to them anyway, and then if we can send the RAMs and the public liability of the company, then the company can do the full test in there. And in the same breath, the trainers arrive. Let's get it offloaded. We realised the tracks on the 926, they were getting a bit floppy, so we just put a few pumps of grease into the tracks just to expand it a little bit so the tracks aren't so floppy. So now the tracks are working on the 926 very well. And then we're going to start to take a look around the skip boat, because this Saturday is a big test. We're going to see.
Go to Queen, please.
We had a bit of a nightmare day today that went at 200 miles an hour. We had constant problems with jobs and being loaded with the wrong material and breakdowns, and it's 2 minutes to 5. We managed to see it through the day. Chimek has just jumped in Terry's van to go around to Scania and grab a mirror so we can fit that mirror on a lorry. The lorry I showed you 2 weeks ago that broke down in the tip, it's still not ready. We thought it'd be ready at Scania. We tried to collect it but couldn't, but there was a grab lorry there that's just had the tacho, and we brought that back. Tarandeep's grab lorry was recovered into Scania. We don't know what's wrong with that. Earlier on, one of the Arctics, he had a brake warning come up on the lorry. Luckily, we were on the same road as Scania, went into Scania, he got that fixed. AS11CON, we dropped that into Scania for MOT. We continue to work on the KSI reveal, but the video keeps taking turns and the direction of it keeps turning, but we need to send it to JJ's team for them to approve it, and we're looking to go live with that on Saturday morning. Saturday, skip boat goes in the sea. Saturday evening, I'm going to JJ's fight. And I spoke to Terry again today, and Terry sounded that little bit better. I have a full day tomorrow, what I'm gonna try to navigate while still supporting what's going on in here. I'm just filling in a form now to become a haulier of another one of the majors, because it doesn't hurt to have as many options as we can. And truth be told, it is not the busiest we've ever been. Like, work's kind of fallen off a cliff. We're making it happen. We're making it work. We're keeping the lorries out, we're working, but we're working really hard to do it. Pinching a load here, pinching a load there. Everything's going down to the wire. The lorries are parking up a little bit earlier than they normally do, but that's not the driver's fault. What can they do if the work isn't coming in? But from what I hear, across the board, everything's the same. It's Wednesday and I'm in the yard, and there's a lovely new cutting edge on my 586 shovel, but didn't miraculously and magically get there. We continue to work at QPR. We're trying to finish off the box this week. Now we are going to put the ceiling in. And put the floor down. now the gentleman has arrived and he's going to have a look at the volumetrics from front to back. The train has arrived at the quarry to load, but the quarry don't have any type 1. Now, I don't mind because I actually need some sand. So I've said to them, send me some sand. But what I've realized is last week we moved all the sand out of the bay to make space for more type 1. So I thought more type 1 was coming. So I have a bay half full with type 1. So now to prepare for sand that's coming at 7 o'clock in the morning, the new type 1 that we've just put in the bay over there, I need to take all of that out. But because we're limited on space, I need to spread it across the relief bay and bays 1 and 2. But at the same time, I have to be careful that there's not too much pressure on that bay from both sides. So I need to move the ballast away from the wall so there's no pressure, and then take the type 1 and spread it. But make sure there's not too much 6F5 pushing over into that side as well. And it is now 2:44. All the lads will be getting back soon enough, and that needs to be done as soon as possible, as much as we could possibly do today, so tomorrow morning there's no messing about when the train gets here. Done. Material nearly all moved. Moved the ballast away from the wall there, so there's no impact. We're nearly ready for the morning. No pressure there. About another half hour. We will be ready for the morning. Thursday morning. It's raining like mad outside, and unless I'm losing my mind, this car's turned itself off twice, like while I've been stopping in traffic. Unless I'm losing my mind, I can't imagine that like I'm that far gone that I just be pressing the off button myself. And for everyone says that, I don't mean stop start, not stop start. Like I'm stopping, and twice in traffic the car's fully turned off, and I'm thinking, what? Like, why am I not moving? What's going on? Hopefully it's just a momentary glitch. Glang be got time for all of that. I didn't look at the weather forecast, and nor did anyone else, so we didn't know it'd be raining like this morning. We've had a few setbacks in the yard. TH White's, my good friends at TH White's, who I was very happy they put the Ashville lorry on the stand, and I believe the lorry was very clean. They're in the yard looking at the roll-on, roll-off crane. I had planned today to put our 1.5 ton on the back of the flatbed, strap them down and drop them at site while we're there. So we have a meeting this morning. We're going to start this job like next week or week after. We're inviting everyone down and we're going to walk around together. We're going to try and bounce some ideas off each other, and we're going to see the best way to set the site up and any questions suppliers may have to my staff, so people can start making orders and they can get everything in place. We did manage to get the bay completely cleaned out, and the train is in the yard. Time to get it offloaded. Site meeting is finished. Went around everything with the guys. We do have the plans, but I explained it in layman terms, exactly what I want to do and why I'm doing it. The guys had some good suggestions. One of the main things we discussed today was how we're gonna get all our site welfare here, how many storage containers, canteen, office, make sure we have men's and women's toilets, but how we're still going to have access on the front drive. We want to segregate all the waste on site. So we want to segregate the wood, the plasterboard, the hardcore, how we're going to do that and have enough space that we can still accept deliveries and we can still handle the waste management. Really good meeting, room by room. The guys all know what we're doing. A couple of the suppliers met us here. They had some questions. They took a look for themselves. And there are a couple of surprises that we found when we began to uncover doors. So, good thing is Chris is actually going to my house now to look at my shower, so I may be able to shower at home in the next few days. Dudek is heading to QPR, Bartek is heading to the basement salvage, and David is heading to the office. I'm on the way back to the yard. And you know, sometimes in business, yeah, you just have to take whatever they give you and you just have to be nice and smile. Because if you start flaring all over the place and going mad, which is what you really want to do, nobody will deal with you. So you just have to be calm and smile when they need you.
Oh yeah, do us a favour, Dan, come here, Dan. Oh, there's one more load, Dan. Can you get the driver to work late, Dan? Oh no, we didn't know. The site taking ages to the load. Bear with us, can you get more lorries down there?
When they need you, you're the world's best person and you're all mates and it's all well and good and it's going to be great and we're going to do so much work together, yeah? Wait till the next day, till someone will do a load for 10 quid cheaper or 20 quid cheaper. They'll send you, they won't even have the decency to call you. They'll send an email, one line, cancel all the work. Until you find out and call the boss and say, hold on a minute, like what? Why were you cancelling us? We've turned down other work to do this work.
Oh, well, we weren't making money when you were doing it.
Really? Well, who told you that we were making money when we were helping you out, trying to build our relationship?
Oh, well, if you could do it cheaper.
You know what they do? The time now is 10 to 1. The day is coming to an end. The job is on the other side of London, already organised some return loads, and now is when they wait to put us off the work. They got you by the coconuts. So now, your choice is to keep the lorries busy for that day. You got to drop your load and take it on the chin, like a idiot. And just accept it and make less money because you have outgoings that need to be covered. And if you cut your nose off to spite your face, you will ultimately lose. Then you got a bunch of lorries and drivers at 6 o'clock in the morning looking at you saying,
we ain't got no work.
And it ain't their fault. So you got to swallow your pride and do the work for less money now that they don't need you. Just so you can keep the other person happy that you were going to do the return loads for. I tell you. But when you're doing it, you mustn't do it angrily. Because if you do that, it may come across aggressive. So, okay, yeah, no problem, mate. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, that's just the way it is. Yeah. It's not the way it is. It's the way you're choosing to behave. But I would just accept it and smile. But you will need me again. And my memory is very long. The same way I remember those people that helped me and gave me advice when I needed them, the same way I will remember the people that behave like that. And when the shoe is on the other foot, there's no need to say, oh yeah, remember the time when you did this? Well, this is payback for that. It's just, unfortunately, mate, we're not going to be able to do it. I would if I could. Flat line. End of. There's no need to gloat. But you know what that person will do when you are in a difficult position with that person next time. So the first time is a mistake. The second time, you're an idiot because you know what they're going to do to you. Lesson learned. Sam, who's helping us out with the launch of the skip boat on Saturday, he's had a call from the harbour master at Dover.
What's all this I'm hearing about a skip going in the sea at Dover? What's all this I'm hearing?
So Sam had to smooth it out. Sam is sorting out our escort boat. Should the worst happen, that they can pull me out to sea. I got myself a life jacket and I'm probably going to have one of them things that, like, what's it called? The polo things that they throw into the sea, whatever you call it. I'm going to have one of those. I'm heading back to the yard. I am waiting for JJ's team to approve the reveal of his YouTube room. JJ himself gave me the thumbs up. Con gave me the thumbs up. They were very complimentary. Now Abs and Mams, they are watching the video and they are going to let us know if we have clearance, and if it does, we are going live Saturday morning at 8 a.m, which has already happened because that was last Saturday, because there's a week delay. Okay, right, your exhaust is very loud. I would say 99 problems, but thus far a skip hasn't been one.
Who can I talk to about, or can I go to site with someone to talk about cable lengths? Because we don't want to.
What size drums do they cut? Do they come in 500 meter drums, 300 meter?
So with Cat 6 it'll be 3 or 5 meter boxes, but that we're going to need a lot of that. With the speaker wire we can do 100 meter, 300 and 500 meter drums, but we'll probably do.
The trouble is, if you get a speaker drum that's too much, it's very difficult to move it around the site. And
I know, that's what I think we should do. Smaller quantity of cable so we can pull multiple lines.
Is the cable going to cost me more money? What I like to do when I'm in my office to try to remove the weight of the world from crushing my spirit, as it is tried to do today repeatedly. I like to put on my favourite track of all time from the Layer Cake soundtrack. It's Lisa Gerrard, Michael Gambon. I think it's called Aria. I think that's how you pronounce it. But I can't do it because we're recording. So boys, just put like a track very similar as an undertone of music so we don't get a strike against the channel. Shook You Productions, Super Geek, Bad Man in Tech has come to my office to chat business. Okay, what's the CCTV coming at?
14 static 2 pan tilt zooms.
What have you got for the cinema?
Speakers and touchscreen screen, which I just put the biggest one in. We can always go smaller. This doesn't include the projector or the AVR.
And then what have you got? Rest of the house?
Yeah.
What is included in rest of the house?
Processor, the CA10. Then we've got a Core 5, which is equivalent of the EA5. 3 Core 1s, which are like the small controllers we put behind tellies in the 3 main rooms. There's also a portable touchscreen in there, which can go wherever. It's optional. The video doorbell, so that's the actual doorbell for his front door.
Yeah.
And the intercom, we're going to get the touchscreen which goes with it, which is an added cost, which we need to get from somewhere else.
Hey, listen,
one rack.
If you want to be Batman.
Gotta be Batman.
Yeah.
You can't half do it. 42U rack, video distribution.
How many TVs will be in this house?
I accounted for 7 tellies which will be able to have video distribution. Intelligent IP PDU, so if anything goes wrong,
so we can
reboot.
so we can log in and restart. Yeah.
Full managed network.
If you want to know what we're talking about, there's a home automation video what we did.
Good.
No, we don't do that.
Oh, we don't do that.
Yeah, Ara said we don't do that.
Okay.
But I'm sure they'll show it here.
4 touchscreens for every floor.
4?
Yeah.
On every floor?
No, 4 touchscreens for every floor.
4.
So 1 for the kitchen.
Oh yeah, one on every floor.
Yeah.
4 touchscreens, 1 on every floor.
Correct.
Not 4 for each.
Not 4 for every
floor.
No.
And how much is that one coming out at? Wait, hold on. The figures you gave me before, were they including that?
Yeah, I believe so.
Check that. That's very important. I need to know
Yeah, of course.
if they're including or excluding VAT. It's very important this young man knows the difference. I'm thinking that there's VAT to add. If the VAT is already included, technically we're looking at a figure what is 20% below that. Tell me, Wilson.
Right, let me show you.
And make sure that undertone of music's still playing. To be fair to you, it's hard to tell if that's included or not. We have a rough plan in place for next week. We're already planning what's going to happen on Tuesday. Looking at the cameras, I can see a lot of the lads are getting back, and the yard is a very wet place. I had a conversation with Chimek not long ago, and the list of work is relatively simple. A lot of the tippers are doing exactly the same thing.
Sorry.
Popping off. And that's about it for now. Chimek! Is his number there? Call him from your work phone and say...
I've got news you're going to want to hear.
Go on.
Remember when you told me that Sam spoke to the duty harbour master manager?
Yeah?
Yeah. He's also spoken to Liz from the harbour, and you can just... the drone permit's basically approved.
Drone permit approved for the skip boat video. Get in! Liviu's moving all the sand to the back of the bay so we can have space for the train watchers coming in tomorrow. The sand is looking really good. It doesn't help now that the yard's wet. It's all a bit mucky, but it will dry out. And then after that, we're gonna go on top of the 6F5 pile. We're gonna pile that a little bit higher as well, so we've got space at the front, and then the Type 1. As much space as we can possibly have in the yard, the better. Friday morning and I'm not in the yard. I'm somewhere on the road going somewhere to test something. Now I consider myself a very patient and reasonable man. A man who will give everyone a chance and will give people the benefit of the doubt, and who understands that people make mistakes, yeah? But the more attention I give in certain areas, the more I find it difficult to believe that some of the things I'm seeing are just utter neglect and not caring, and worse ways, complete stupidity. Stupidity. That's it. Everyone jump on it and say,
he's an employer, he's calling people this, he's calling people that.
You need to be aware of something. This is not Google. This is not Apple, this is not a bank, it is not HSBC, it's not an international company where you can come to work and just make mistakes and hide and swipe on your phone all day and just do nonsense and damage things and lose things. It matters here. Things matter here. It affects what we do. And when I'm hearing people coming into the yard, if I don't watch them, they just get there late. Twice now. Someone can't start a lorry because they left the lorry in gear. If you drive a lorry every day, I understand people make mistakes, but constant damage when no one else is doing it, and doing less loads than other people, and then getting back to the yard later than them, even though you did less, and then you can't start a lorry because it's in gear. You shouldn't be here. Why have I got to run the training camp for geezers who don't know what they're doing? How can you be so stupid that you don't know the lorry is in gear and you drive a lorry every day? How can you be so dumb? I don't know how they can do that. And then, do you know what? If I raise my voice, I'm not a good employer. People should take liberties and disregard and disrespect and damage and cost money. But if I'm a good employer, I must smile and say continue. And while you're there, put in for some overtime. And while you're there, you can have a pay rise as well. It's utter nonsense. The more attention I give this, the worse I see things. The more it frustrates me, and the more I begin to think that it's because I'm doing this. Because I'm doing these videos, and I'm not giving my full attention, people are doing these things. But you know what? If I've got to watch people like that, what is the point? What is the point? I might as well just pack it in. What am I watching them for? Like the simplest of things.
I forgot, I don't know.
Here's another one. Everyone's gone to a job. The normal people who do more than everyone else have done more than everyone else. Rude boys. Can't mention them because I'm singling them out, but you know who you are. Some other people are doing less, complaining the whole time, not putting down on their sheet how much waiting time there is, damaging the lorries and getting back late. And they got the audacity to put in for overtime, but it wasn't their fault, and I must understand. Like, I'm a reasonable man, and I understand everybody has different strengths, and I understand people have personal problems, but there's only so much I can absorb and so much I can take before I just think it's one of two things. There's either something wrong with you or something wrong with me, or I might as well just lock the gates and pack it in because it ain't working, because I'm not a babysitter. When everybody wants more money, or they want to tell you what they want, what they deserve, when their break is, what lorry they want to drive, everybody knows what they're doing. But when they gotta do what they're meant to be doing, nobody don't know. I forgot. I don't know, man. Oh, I don't know. That's just long, man. And I probably can't keep this in because then I'm gonna look like I'm this or I'm that and da. And people will watch this and think it's aimed at them, and when it's not. There's only so much I can absorb for multiple years, for multiple hours in the day, spending the entire time just fixing not making money, fixing and paying for people's mistakes and neglect. Anyway, I think the train's in the yard. Let's get it offloaded. Just before the train montage, to make matters better, Will's gone for an infusion, so he's not in the yard, can't film the train. And Dan Ferrati's got a flat tyre. Upon further investigation, when I'm asking questions, people are getting back late, and I'm asking them, what time did you leave the yard? And they're saying 6:15. Right, but you're getting back later than everyone else. Okay, so why's that happened? When there was a diversion, you decided that you knew better than the diversion and went the opposite way to all the drivers. They got back 3 hours before you. You got back 3 hours later, and you actually didn't clock in with your finger to clock in what time you arrived, but you left the yard not at 6:15, at 6:50, and you had to be stopped by someone else at Ashville because you tried to leave the yard with your tail door open. So tell me, people, am I out of order? Am I out of order if I tell this person you are no longer in my employment? How much should I take? How much should I keep taking on the chin? How much should I keep shelling out and shelling out and shelling out? How much pressure should I put myself and the other people at Ashville under to just accommodate people doing ridiculous things like this and then lying to get more money? How much? Where do you draw the line? What's fair and what's not fair? There's so many other things I want to do with my life and things that are up and coming. How could I do any of it properly? Sorting out this rubbish. Because this is what this is. This is rubbish. But you know what? If I listen to some of the fools on Instagram, people who are in my employment, I work for them, they don't work for me. And they are the kings. And if they make a mistake, it's my fault. I agree, if sometimes people work for me and they make a mistake, it's my fault if I haven't provided the correct training. But you know that you're meant to check the lorry in the morning. But it must be my fault, and I must pay more. And that person deserves more, and I deserve less. And I should just make the world's biggest machine to help everyone else, but not help myself. Running your own business, eh? Start your own business, they said. Yeah. Be your own boss, they said. Yeah. You'll have your name on a bunch of lorries, they said. Yeah. It's all great. This is what it's really about. This is what it's about. This garbage that I'm dealing with. The losses far outweigh any of the gains. They by far outweigh them. You don't only give your time, you give your soul, like your peace, you give everything to it. And then you think about this at night, then you don't sleep, then you got anxiety, then everything fluctuates, you suffer from depression, you got to overcome all of it. And while you're doing it, you got to pay everyone. and then when people don't pay you, they knock you. If you owe people money, then they put pressure on you. But the people who owe you money, you put pressure on them. You're out of order, you're not working with people.
In 1.3 miles, keep...
You saw me 2 weeks ago measuring myself up to see if I fit. Well, this is the reason why. And I've come down here to check firsthand, and I've got to snap out of my mood, because it's not this people's fault, and it's not for them to take on my shag, and I don't want to be unpleasant to people. So snap out of it, Daniel, and sort your problems out and stop crying about it.
Try to sit down on it here first, so don't stand up. So once you're in, so just put your arms in like this.
So just sit down and do it.
Just sit down into it, yes. That's perfect. That's great. Yeah, just flip those over. Perfect. That's brilliant. Okay. Your legs is next, and if you just, there we go. That's perfect.
My pants are hanging a bit low. I can.
That's fine. Yeah, that red tab. If you just take that tab and pull it off.
I've just got to put my thumb in, make sure I got it.
Oh, that's fine. That looks even better.
Ah!
A little bit more.
Oh!
Perfect.
I'm in. Right hand. Okay. Ah! Ah!
We're in.
All right. So what does this mean? It means that I'm good to go.
Pretty much.
It can happen, yeah?
We just got to test fit you in this one, just to be sure. But as you can fit in the arms, we're 100%. Yeah. Make sure this fits nice and correctly. You want them super snug. Like a lot more than you think.
Okay.
You can adjust yourself a little bit and make sure it's super snug. Exactly that. Yeah, that's lovely. Perfect.
Woo!
Tight as you can go. Perfect. Yeah, that looks good. Tight and comfortably tight.
No, I mean, I don't want to fall out of it, man. I'd rather.
Yeah. That's good. That looks great.
Good.
Okay, you ready?
Yep, I'm in.
Perfect. Yeah, that's it.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
just the last one.
Oh, just got to turn it at the end, yeah?
We're in.
All right, is this it, yeah?
That's it.
Can I step down?
Of course you can. Into the side.
Right, guys, I'll come down. It works. You know, I've always wanted to be a superhero. I feel like I didn't live my life fully, but now the chance has come where I believe I can be a superhero. As Thanos, as I collect my rings on this planet, I believe this is one of the accessories that I'm gonna need. Currently, I'm just a poor Batman. But with this added to my arsenal, I'm one step closer to Bruce Wayne. Love it. If you could, I'm on my next meeting with Con, and before I go into the room, I got to show you this. Look, Con is a man after my own heart. Look at the Ashville get-up.
What can I say? You're the modern day influencer. There you go, you've influenced me.
Look at that. No, that's my style right there. All right, let's have a look at this.
This is it. This is the room.
I think this is a bit more than a room, Con.
Well, you say that. This wall was torn down, and there used to be one bathroom for this room and the other bathroom for the room next door. This is how much he values his office space, to tear down 2 bathrooms.
Yes. Is this going to be a creation and chill out space? What are we going to do in this space?
Creation space. From some rough plans on Photoshop and whatnot, I thought I'd put his desk over here.
Okay.
So he's going to have a standing desk as well. Let me get this out. Let me measure this. Do you know what this is? Do you know how to use one of these?
Yes, a laser tape measure.
I got myself a laser measurer. 2.3. Oh, okay, so we can potentially have a very big desk. Typically, streamers have like these lights that clamp onto a desk.
Yes.
But I want to integrate something into his walls that will give the same look. So one big light panel here, maybe.
Do you want that to be like a daylight kind of?
Ideally, I'd love to be able to control the temperature.
Okay. And turn between a warm white and a cool white?
Yes, correct. If it's this big, it will be enough to spread enough light when he sat down and stood up.
We're going to have something that we can have automatic curtains, though, and blinds to block out the light when he needs to.
Yep.
Something electric, please.
So this will be his background for his desk if we're putting his desk there.
Got it.
So I wanted these, hang on, let me change this. Bring you guys here. So over here, this is going to be his background of his, if his desk is there.
Okay.
So I was thinking these hexagon panels
Yep.
or shelves
Yes.
that are like built into the wall. He also has a brand called
Yep.
XIX, so he was thinking to integrate XIX into something like this.
Fine.
So it could be cool to have something like shiny black material with
Yep.
like the white lighting. Now over on this side, he also wants like a chill out space. I call it chill out space, but where he streams a lot, he wants to be able to sit down on a very casual vibe and react to, I don't know, like football games or boxing matches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was thinking to have that in this area,
Yep.
unless you think there's a better space for it.
No, it's good space.
Obviously a TV.
Do you want a TV to come from the ceiling? Do you want it to come off of that wall? Do you want to be able to put the TV away when he's not watching it?
I think that would be cool.
Do you want like a unit in front and the TV pops out of it?
Ideally, I wanted the floor space to be open just so the room still has like a big feel to it.
You'll need to do your setup and all your cameras and everything on it so it's already set up. So when it comes out, he can use it immediately.
So maybe you can make me some type of bracket.
We'll get the normal bracket and then we'll do some alterations to the additional one. Like we should be able to fit things on it.
This is the camera I'm filming on now. That's the type of camera would fit on there.
Okay. I'm not really a man who knows about cameras. Is that camera better than mine, Con?
What, the one that you're holding?
No, the ones I've got. I've got Sony A7 IIS or something. Is that decent?
Yeah, that's very
Is that
good.
decent?
That's very good.
Is yours
yeah.
better?
I have the Sony A7S Mark III, so let me know what you're referring to. Have you got A7S Mark II or 3?
2, I think, yeah.
I had that a while ago. So if you'd like to upgrade, there's nothing wrong with them. Beautiful picture quality. You know what? It's all about the man behind it. And from what I've seen, Will is an expert. So shout out to Will. He did mention that he has a sneaker collection, some sort of bespoke unit that can highlight that.
Does he want his sneakers covered, like, and then with like glass so they don't get dusty and then lights on them, or does he want them exposed?
The idea is like to have them on display.
Okay.
You know what I like in all these gaming rooms I've seen, they always like integrate some sort of cool like LED running across or some sort of pattern.
Every time you look at something in this room, it's got to be like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah. So he doesn't want the galaxy ceiling. We're not going to do the same thing.
So on this wall, we can use a cool wallpaper. Here, we can have something made specially. We can have the logo up here. We can have lighting everywhere around here. We can have like 3-4 different sorts of lighting. We can have your cool feature here. We can have something bespoke built for all the trainers. What are we thinking about the floor?
So one side of the floor to be wood or like a solid surface.
Okay.
And then this half of the room to be carpet.
Are you cool with that with sound and stuff, yeah?
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. Maybe we can mount stuff or integrate some sort of sound panels that will reduce the reverb in this room as well.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, why haven't I got this yet, Con?
It literally got rendered last night, so.
If I put the TV on this wall, I can build an entire unit around it. So he can have like cool things, and he could put, I can put speakers here as well for the television. I can have cutouts for your cameras. I can put lights above it.
Yes, if you can integrate a camera.
Yes, I can build a whole unit and the camera will just be integrated into it.
Yes, so all of a sudden having a sofa here and the unit here sounds a lot more attractive.
What's the color palette in here?
Bright. He doesn't want to feel like he's in a dark gamer room.
Bright, cool, modern. Is there anything in particular that he really likes that like, well, how are we going to get that reaction out of him? Like, sort of like when...
I can give you his reaction right now. This is sick. Sick.
What?
That's sick. When he's excited, his vocabulary becomes limited to the word sick.
Yeah.
If you hear the word sick, it means you've done a sick job.
Okay, fine. So if he starts spitting big words, I know that we've done a rubbish job. Yeah.
If we give him the integrated lights, the cameras in the special places.
No, you don't understand. I want to build
not
these
seeing
wall
wires run from one end to the room to another.
There'll be no wires. The only thing in here wired will be him.
Yeah, that's a good one. That would really impress him.
Got it.
I think for such a big streamer like Simon, one of the computers should be on display.
So in his unit here, we could have the supercomputers like Richard Pryor and Superman 3.
That's the best Superman film. I'm so glad you said that.
Both keys at the same time. Just want to point out that there's a wasp in here. I mean, I'm not scared, but I'm just saying there's a wasp.
That's fine.
There's a wasp nest. Right, fine. I noticed that Con didn't tell me about that before
punch it up.
Bringing me here. No, don't do that. That's a very bad idea. Will there be a green screen here?
If we can fit one.
Con, everything is possible.
Yeah.
There will be a green
we'd love
screen.
one. What, can we fit one there?
Of course.
Perfect, sold, done deal.
All right, so that's it. Me and Con have had a look at Simon Miniminter of the Sidemen. I've had a look at his
Actually,
YouTube
no,
room.
I've done your dirty. You could just say Simon.
He did me dirty.
Simon
man.
from the Sidemen.
So Con and I have just had a look at Simon from the Sidemen's YouTube room. This could be an ongoing thing. If you flash back, you'll see when we were at the yard and Con went, and we said it would be an ongoing thing. And it definitely looks like it's going to be an ongoing thing. I am far away in an undisclosed location, and now I'm going to make my way back to the yard. Now yours? Do you want to finish yours, or?
Okay, 1 week later, and it's all done.
Yes.
1 week later.
It was. This is by far the easiest job that we've ever done. I'm glad it's finished. Back in the yard, cement delivery has turned up, which is good because we got about 60 meters of concrete to pour tomorrow. When I was up in the main office, there's some new guys working here, and they came up and they said,
Oh, well, we're not happy.
like, why? I said,
No, because when we heard we were working here, we were told we were going to be working on machines.
do you know how to use a machine?
Yeah, I do.
Do you know how to look after a machine?
What do you mean?
I mean, do you know how to look after a machine? Like, do you like, these are expensive bits of kit, right? Fair enough, my old pieces of rubbish outside, I bought them all second-hand, but they're all still worth in excess of £150,000. So do you know how to look after these machines?
Oh, no, the mechanic does that.
Does he really? Does he really? So you will just come and use the machine, damage it, park it up, and look at it on the other side of the yard and say, oh yeah, there's a problem with that machine. No, you won't. In my humble opinion, and what do I know, being a good machine driver is about a lot more than becoming familiar with the controls. Because you can get inside a machine and operate the controls, that does not make you a machine driver. A good machine driver knows how to look after their machine. A good machine driver checks their machine before they turn it on. They check it daily. Throughout the day, they do their checks. If they don't have an auto greasing system, they grease it themselves. They check the oil levels. A good machine driver will even take a look at the air filter sometimes, and he might use the compressor and just blast it off and give it a clean. A good machine driver will clean the tracks on his machine. A good machine driver will know the wear on his tires and keep looking at them. A good machine driver can prevent things from happening, because when he uses the same machine every day, he can tell slight differences in the sound. Is the power down? Is it hissing? A good machine driver can do all of that. So to be clear, it doesn't make you a machine driver because you know how to use the controls. It's insurance renewal time. So our fleet is up for renewal. We got the price the other day, but the insurance company, they gave me an option, not something I've been offered before. They gave us an option where they said,
Do you want to be tied in for 3 years so you know where you stand?
I said, tell me more. And they said,
If next year your insurance doesn't exceed more than a certain percentage, your claims of your overall premium, you get 5% back, like as a discount next year.
I said, right, okay. And I said, so what if there's a problem? They said,
if your claims in total add up to more than 80% of your entire premium, the maximum we can increase your insurance renewal by is 35%.
So we are going to have accidents, because that is the nature of what we do. I don't know any haulage company anywhere in the world with more than 20 trucks who doesn't have at least one little dink a year. It happens. So I'm trying to weigh it up. Do I want certainty, or do I want to be tied in? Because none of us know where the economy will be. None of us know what will happen with insurance. None of us know what is going to happen. But do I have certainty that we could have a big smash, touch wood, and our insurance could increase by 100%. But with this, our insurance can only increase by 35% per year. So I'm trying to think of what the smart thing to do is here, and I don't have long to decide, and really and truly I should decide today. And I have, why are you laughing, Will?
Sorry.
Will's laughing. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
It's a highlight.
It's a highlight. Very good. When a skip lorry returns, we're going to pick up the skip boat We're gonna blast her off, give her a little bit of a clean, leave her on the lorry, and get ready for filming tomorrow, which is going to be a long day. There have been some long days back to back in the last month, and I cannot see where this is gonna end.
A new bit of kit.
What do you think, Nathan? Do you think it's going to work tomorrow?
I do, to be honest. I was surprised by the last one, so yeah, I'm a believer.
That lid. Wait, oh no. Yeah. Yeah.
Bring up and down the river a couple of times.
Some people don't know they're going.
Am I going in it?
That ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, looks good up there.
It does.
Poor Georgie's having a treat today, isn't he?
Doing all his work. How often do you need to refill the AdBlue tank?
Not that often. Rock and roll. Right, park her up. All good, mate. Lovely, right.
Yep.
Saturday morning, we're in the car. We're going for that 7 a.m. trim. I had to go to Taj's house and wake him up from out of his bed. Luckily this time he answered, otherwise his front door would have been coming off and then I would have had to send some people to fix it in a couple of hours. But he did not let me down. That 7 a.m. trim. Will is already en route with Nathan to Dover.
Oh, what?
I'm gonna get a quick trim and shape up and then I'm gonna head down there. Taj is rocking this new Arsenal training wear. Boy, it reminds me of the Jamaica colours, I'm not gonna lie. I'd have preferred it if it was in the St. Lucia colours, but we can still work with this. It also reminds me a little bit of the 80s Arsenal top, the yellow one with the black triangles on it. That's probably the best Arsenal kit of all time, and they're trying to sell it for mad dough on eBay now. But all in all, Saturday morning is off to a flying start. We just need to wake Taj up a little bit so he doesn't bodge my trim.
Over Marine, I suppose that's what we're after, aren't we?
I think so. Yeah, all the way down.
Oh, the smell of the sea is lovely.
It's light work for you, Nathan, this.
Light work, mate, no worries. Just watch the jogger. Why's the dude swimming there? Down them cobbles.
Oh, it's looking a bit...
Although that green stuff, I don't want to go in that green stuff.
I know. Particularly rear-wheel drive.
Yeah, I think I might park it up and unsheath it here before we get down there.
Uh-huh.
ask him to do something, and he stopped me in my tracks because he'd already done it. Good lad. And we're very short-staffed in the yard today with annual leave. Flo and Tehu are back on Tuesday. Chimek went round and kicked every single lorry tyre in the entire yard, and we have 2 punctures, so drivers are going to get in on Monday. They're going to have punctures, but Chimek already called a third-party company to come out and change those tyres. So for Tuesday morning, we're good. We're managing to load a couple of lorries as well for Monday, but we don't need many of them to be loaded. We've probably got about 60 metres of concrete going out today, and we got 3 lorries out on the road which are handling that, and everything is going according to plan. I am 16 minutes out from Dover, and I believe we have a special guest. Mike has seen me learn to drive a train, so now I guess Mike wants to see me captain a boat. But the captain is nearly there, and we are going to be ready for the ship to leave the harbour. That is the longest queue I have ever seen. That must be the only queue longer than the queue of people waiting to tell me that I don't know what I'm doing out here. I cannot believe that. When we go to a site and we're waiting outside for a couple of minutes, we're on the phones.
Nah, we're not waiting. You have to load us. You got 15 minutes to load the tipper. What's going on? You can't be loading us with a 5-ton machine, 8-ton machine minimum. Put the good machine driver on it. Why can't we go round?
We're jumping up and down. When the grab's stuck outside, it can't get...
What's going on? We need access to the skip. We can't do that. We're going to drop a job.
Guys, I have no idea how anyone in that queue is meant to plan work or make any money when you come down here to cross the channel and you have to wait in a line like that. Oh my goodness. I feel for you guys, man. Yes, I do believe it's this way. I might come, I might go, I don't know. Where's my lorry? Oh, I see a skip lorry. Wilson says he's ready. And just like that, Mike from GB Rail Freight has turned up with Monty.
Hey,
hello. Gonna get my life jacket on and get out here. I would say wish me luck, but whatever happens, I'm gonna do it anyway. You know why? I ain't told you in a while. There's no need to tell you because you already know, but because I'm serious. I could never be shook. Let's do it.
I just want you to know that there's a whole lifeboat station down the coast wanting to know how this is going to end up.
Oh, really?
We're doing about 45 minutes for this.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, hopefully I don't disappoint, but I'm not sure. Do you want it to float or do you want it to sink?
We want it to float.
You want it to float? Good. We tested it once before, but it was doing a lot of that.
Right.
So I got my new torpedoes on the side there. Probably bad use of words. I got you shouldn't really say that. I got my new supports on the side. So I'm gonna put my supports down, let them float in the water, and hopefully that could take away some of the rocking. Yeah, I got about 2 minutes because I'm about to drop a skip into the sea. So it's been nice knowing you, and I know you're my only mate in this industry.
Cool. Would you like me to offer a reed thing in there anyway? That's what they do when people go down at sea. They just throw a reed in after them.
Yeah, throw a reed in. I'd like you to do like say a little bit at the wake or whatever it is, without getting so upside down that you can't get your words out. But I'd like you to say something first. Say something nice about me. Yeah.
Where are you? Because I mean, we can locate you. We can put a buoy where you went down.
In Dover.
Yeah,
are you ready? I'm being summoned. We're ready, Mike.
Go on.
I might talk to you.
When's this going up?
I might talk to you after, and I might not.
You're right, dude. You'll be alright. What engine you got on that?
What's it? 40.
We should have bought a bigger skip.
Yeah.
Like the Jaws. It's the wrong way round.
No, we'll be alright.
There's not rockets in there, is there?
You can convert a 40 yarder. You can done duty free on it and everything.
You named that after my goldfish, Rita.
Yes, it's my nan's name. Careful.
Who's your fabricator?
This is where we're going to launch Rita. Appreciate it. Thank you. Are you alright? You're pressing buttons. Like it's amazing that this. I can just see this slipping. Hold on. Nave, tell me you got the handbrake on.
Give me some backy back. Some tobacco, that's
Well, I'm on the way home.
So you got away all right. I did a black suit cleaned. I've had my black tie took out of the cupboard and everything. I was all ready for can't say me prayers. So you got back all right.
I mean, I'm alive. I didn't say it went well. I'm a strong swimmer anyway. I'm a tropical people, mate. So even if you know what I mean.
But if you're out in the middle of that cold old sea, I think whether you're tropical people or not. You probably were in a swimming pool. You didn't even probably go to sea at all.
You're gonna have to watch the video if you want to know how well it went.
Who went with you?
Will came down there and filmed, and Nathan.
I hope you didn't go out in the boat. You come working for me, won't you?
Oh yeah, because
gone out to sea properly.
Right, fine. So Will's going working for you. So you're saying that at my death, Will's going working for you?
Yeah, he's already filled the application form in. He's already done the interview and all. He come to Ireland, videoed in Ireland for me. He's done the truck show for me. He's looking to progress his future.
And he
with an up and coming film star.
Okay, well, I thought you were going to go up and coming firm. I'll be like, no, your sister sold it. You're unemployed. But up and coming film star. That
yes, the George Clooney of the tipper world. Yeah, that's me.
The George Clooney of the tipper world.
What happened to this MFI thing? I wanted to see that. I left no sign of it.
MFI?
Yeah, that easy. You done his crew.
You mean KSI?
I don't know if it's MFI or KSI.
It went out this morning. Why? Have you not watched it yet?
No, I wanted to see that because
I'll send you a link.
A room done like that myself, but I'll get a professional outfit in to do it, obviously.
Okay, what sort of professional outfit did you have in mind?
Murphy's or RS Kennedy's or someone like that.
You're going to bring in a bunch of fellas that normally reinstate the road to do your YouTube room, all right? Sorry. I would love to see fellas who normally dig the trenches and reinstate the road go and doing your YouTube room. I would love to see that. Yeah. Are you sure you don't want me to consult, or you're just going to handle it yourself?
You'll be going out to sea in that skip, and that's probably going to take on water, and that'll be the end of that.
All right, sweet.
So we'll need a job immediately, so you got to do dot to dot. You passed that.
He passed the dot to dot, did he? Smart lad, didn't he?
By numbers. You have to do a lot of tests to get on half of them, you know that.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's working for K-Lee class. Follow me around like he follows you around.
Okay, fine.
It's Monday morning and we're not in the yard because we slept in.
Yeah, that's mate. He's gonna have a much easier life filming you. One of us, I actually go to work and do work. Like you just, you wake up.
My friend, when you're snoring, I listen to some of the videos and I hear I'm on my way into the yard. And it's 6:20. It's the middle of the day. It's afternoon.
No. That's because some of us run multiple sites. You wake up in the morning, the little pony outside sets your breakfast out for you and feeds you. Then the dog walks you round for a little bit. Then you jump in the car about 7:30, you head to the yard. As you arrive, all the drivers leave because they've been waiting there for you to get there. Then you go upstairs, there's no mugs left, you've got to drink coffee out of a glass. And then
if you don't mind, I have my own mug.
Okay.
I have a Tottenham Hotspur mug I drink out of every morning.
Better that than drinking out of them O'Donovan ones that are the wrong way round. They're meant to be red and white, but they're white and red.
Tell all your YouTube fans that the Arsenal shirt was a gift.
You said you give £300 or £400 for that Arsenal shirt. Now you're saying it's a gift. There are inconsistencies in your story, Michael.
In my lies.
Yeah. What a tangled web we weave when we try to deceive. So which one is it?
How does it go? We've got to offload the train.
Yeah, we got. What, are you going offloading the train now? Yeah, you got to go. Yeah.
We got to offload the train.
All right. Good luck. Yeah, I know why you're doing a YouTube room. Because you want to pull the green screen down behind you and pretend you're in the yard. You want to pretend you get up in the morning. You're going to get up at 7:30, sit in front of the green screen and put the yard behind you. That's what it is.
So what's the rest of the weekend in tow?
Going back to the yard, and then I'm going to MFI's fighting tonight.
Is he? Where's he fighting?
He's fighting at the O2. Then tomorrow morning I'm going to train, and then I've got to do work all day to catch up. Like I'm so behind with everything. Some of us send emails and price jobs and stuff like that.
I haven't got as far as that yet. I'm working on it though.
Yeah.
I'll get Will to do the emails for me though. You find it far easier to book tickets for me. I book my own tickets.
Okay.
I'm sleeping in no car when we go abroad or wherever we go.
I didn't actually go abroad. I went to GB Rail Freight Yard and actually
slept in the car. Yeah.
No, mate.
Right. Well, you enjoy the rest of your weekend because I've got to offload the train now.
leave the vehicle with us now.
At the O2, time to go and collect my tickets. Been an eventful day so far, well planned. Trim at 7, start to drive to Dover, pull over, KSI room, video goes live. Arrive in Dover, drop the skip boat into the sea, head back to the yard. A few discussions about Weekly, make sure everything's fine in the yard. Shower at work, back in the car, over to the O2, back to collect my tickets and have something to eat. Work rate 100.
He's the YouTube megastar, promoter, producer, entrepreneur, recording star. From London, England, the undefeated fighter known as the Nightmare.
It's Sunday and I'm in the car. It was a good event last night. I want to congratulate KSI on his win. I want to congratulate Deji on his win as well. The guys did really well. Massive event. And I know KSI has a massive following, but to fill the O2, and I'm talking fill it to the brim, that is epic, man. My hat goes off to you. Congratulations. Earlier on I went round to see Terry. I've left there and now I'm heading to the yard because I need to sit down and I need some peace and quiet. I know it's Sunday and I know tomorrow is Bank Holiday Monday, but I need these 2 days so I can think clearly and I can catch up with a load of work and I can put some plans in place. And that's it for Ashville Weekly, episode 99. Click here for the Ashville website. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Click here to see an Ashville video you may not have seen before, and click here for last week's episode, which was number 98.